Good morning, ladies. This is Diane Tuggle from the Happy Scrapbooker, and today we're going to be working with some last chance products from the catalog that is currently available. Our new catalogs will be coming to you in May, and so I wanted to go ahead and show you some products that won't be available that are just one of my favorite things. This one is called the Country Birdhouse Stamp Set and Dies, and we are going to make a card that is a pop-up card. It is a simple pop-up card. It lays flat to mail. It says hello friend. It pops up. It's dimensional, and on the back of it it says hoping you have the best day ever. So this card, I did a video last week making these two, and these are one's a Mother's Day, one's a thank you one, and they fold down flat to fit in an envelope to mail. So if you saw that video, this one is the same type of card, just using products that won't be available much longer. So this one is just the coolest stamp set and die. Here is a three-dimensional birdhouse treat box that I made with this set. So it's really a good one to have in your inventory. You can do a lot of things with this. This would be just cute to set in a neighbor's mailbox with some candy in it. And you wouldn't even have to sign it. And if they know you, they know it came from you. But if they don't know you, they think, oh my gosh, that is the cutest thing. Where did it come from? Who's thinking of me? So this is a treat box. You could put candies in there, nuts, lotion. But this is what we're going to be making today. And I'm going to be using the Country Blooms, and this is the bundle. It's $46.75 for the bundle, and like I say, it's on the last chance. It gets a beautiful stamp set and the dies that are so detailed. And let's see, we're also going to be using the in colors from paper from 24 through 26, and I'm using the Pretty in Pink, and we are going to be using the Everyday Arches dies. These are the ones that I actually used, and I'll show you the size of them. And we will be using rainbow adhesive back dots for the centers of the flower, but any embellishment you have for the flowers would be fine. So we're going to go ahead and, one more thing. This paper right here, it's like an embossed paper. This is a flamingo pink paper, and it is a retired product, but I just happen to have it on hand, so any cardstock in pink, solid pink would be fine. Or you could change your color scheme totally and do it in earth tones or brights or whatever suits your heart's desire. So we're gonna, this is just, the other video is called Amazingly Simple Pop-Up Card, if you're looking for it, and it is amazingly simple. So let me go ahead and stamp my birdhouse for you. Now, you can do this without stamping the birdhouse and just cut it out in the dies, but I think it just adds a little something to it, and it's really easy to stamp. It comes out nicely, and there is also a wood grain that you can put, and I alternate them so one has the knot up and one down. And then Let me go ahead and put this ink away before I get it on something. Then you're going to use your die and just cut it out. So I have one already cut out for you. And we're going to assemble this from here. So let's work on the little birdhouse first before we put the card together. The card is just really easy. So the birdhouse has a roof, and then it has the little detail piece, and then it has the little scallop piece. And there is a birdhouse hole for the bird to go in. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these down. Oh, and there is a base to the birdhouse too. We'll go ahead and start with that. I can get my glue to come out. There we go. Now I wouldn't put a whole bunch of dimensionals on this because it's already dimensional when it pops up, and you don't want it to cost you too much more in postage. So this piece, you can see I stamped that wood grain right there also. And I'm going to start at the top. So we'll go ahead and put a little glue back here. And you can either start with the scallop or the top, but it lines up better, I think, if you start with the top piece. Just line it right there. And then this little piece right here just gives it a little more detail. You could put that in a different color, like the navy blue would be pretty. See, it just butts right up next to that pink piece. I'll give that a minute to dry before we put the scallops on. I go ahead and do my birdhouse hole. I'll put him right there. And then we are going to, I stamped from this stamp set, Hello Friend, and I just fussy cut along the writing. I think I'll put it on this side this time since I stamped it wood grain over there. And we're just going to glue this down flat. Hello Friend, with some hair. Okay, I think we can go ahead and put these scallops in. Now you could color those scallops in, but you have all these cool dyes and they add so much. So now we're just going to tuck that right in the corner and lay it down flat. There we go. There's our Hello Friend. I have little birds that I colored, and what I did is stamp them. I colored the body with the blue, the belly with the pretty and pink, and the beak and the feet with light pumpkin pie. So let me show you a little closer. Whoa, I dropped him. Okay, got him by the tail. So it's just real simple coloring. He's going to go there. We're going to put a leaf or two behind him. Let's see if I've got all my leaves in here. I really could use some more. Cut some more. I don't know. Shall we skip that one? Skip that leaf. Yeah, let's save the leaves for the flowers. I only have 2 left that I cut. Okay. pick him up. Okay, we're gonna put him on here. Let me see if I have some more leaves in my little stash here that I cut ahead of time. And some more birdhouses. Of course, when I read them, maybe there'll be some in this little thing. This is what I do with all my leftover. Yeah, there's some leaves. We'll put some leaves behind him. And there's another one. It's not the right color, but it'll work. I'm scouring for leaves. I want them similar. There they are. Way down in there. Okay, there's one more, one more. I think that's enough. Okay, we'll go ahead and put a couple leaves behind him. Or just kind of like, looks like he's standing in front of a branch of leaves. Let me flip him up just a little and tuck that in there. Oh, fingers don't want to work today. There we go. That looks a little better. Doesn't look like he's just in midair. And maybe, do we need one more? Yeah, I like the leaves on there better. Yeah, okay, there's our little birdhouse, our hello friend. I have some flowers cut out. We'll bring them over and see which ones we want to use. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and put the pink ones on. So that's a big pink one. And we'll stick with the first game plan. We'll do another big pink one. Alternating the petals makes it look bigger. And then that one needs a little leaf. And we'll stick that right there. Okay. And we'll put one more leaf going up here. A pink flower. We'll use another dark leaf so we make it. And we're going to do a yellow flower. So there, we've got all that done. And we're going to put these over to the side and go ahead and show you how to put this little card together. So you have a piece that is 3 inches by 4 inches, and it is scored at 1 inch and 1 inch on the long side. So it's scored like that. folds like this. And then you're going to have a piece that should be 3 by 3. I cut it wrong. Let me fix that real quick. A 3 by 3 inch. And it is, so that is 3 by 3, and that is scored at 1 inch and 1 inch. So what these do is they fit into each other like this to make the base. And we're going to trim off this at an angle. But the only place that you're going to put adhesive, I'm using score tape. You're going to put adhesive on the bottom of the 3-inch pieces. 3-inch box, square. Golly dang, get your mind. Words coming out. So we put it right here. And we're gonna burnish that tape down, and then I'm going to pick up one side and pull it off. So what you're going to do, can you see me? Yeah. This is the 4-inch wide. I'm going to center this piece. See, your adhesive is down here at the bottom. Center it right there. And you're going to burnish that so that adhesive really sticks. But you see, it's not stuck up here. It's only stuck down at the bottom. So now we're going to flip it this way, and again, we're going to flip up that. And we're going to flip that over and burnish it. And what you have now is this little box inside of a box. So what we're going to do is flatten it out, and where this fold is to the top, we're going to trim that off. And trim that off down to that score line, and then turn it the other way. Trim it off, and trim it off. And now you have a nice angle in your little pop-up box. Get rid of these scraps here. And we'll put the arches on. So the arches, these are my 2 arches, a small one and a taller one. And on the back of the bigger one, which goes on the back of the card, I stamp my verse, hoping you have the best day ever. And these are the dies that I use. So the largest one is 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inches tall by 3 1/4 wide. 4.5 tall by 3 1/4 wide. And the next one down is this one, and this is this one right here. This one is 1, 2, 3 inches wide and 1, 2, 3, 4 inches tall. And then I just picked the next two to line it. So whatever, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dies in that set. It'd be cool to do this in a slimline card to have a real tall arch. That might be something to think about. So there are the pieces that go inside of here. So what you're going to do, I've drawn a line here that from this line to here. Let me slide it up a little bit. This bottom ruler line to right here is 5.5 inches. So you don't want to go over 5.5 inches tall, or it will not fit in the card base envelope, rather the card envelope. So you see this one right here. Well, it goes this way. No, it goes this way. Yep, that's 5.5 inches right there, so that fits in the envelope. So we're gonna put the back one in, and the back one, you can tell, goes all the way to the base. So we're going to get that in there with a little wet glue. Come on out. And I'm going to put it on both sides. And I'm going to tuck it in here as far down as it will go, and centered. And then, actually, okay, there we go. Not taller than 5.5 inches. And then next, we will put this one on, wet glue on both sides, and we will tuck that in centered. So now when we go like this, we are not taller than 5.5 inches when it folds flat. So now we're going to put our birdhouse on here. Before we put that one on, we're going to go see the back of this one. I'm going to put another little bird and a couple of a leaf. So we're just going to put the leaf where it looks like he's standing on it. And put our other little colored bird right there. And we have one more little leaf. And we'll put it right there. So we decorated that. And then on the inside panel right here, I did add a flower and another leaf. So we're going to go ahead and put the leaf over to the side there and make sure that's just one flower. Yeah. And just, you don't see it a whole lot, but still it's that extra special touch that you do. Okay, now we're ready to put our birdhouse on. And our birdhouse, we're going to put on with dimensionals. We want the middle of it to be supported. And the sides. Okay. These little papers drive me crazy. There they go. Sometimes they come off real easy, and sometimes not. Okay, you're just going to stick it about halfway down that front and center it on that front panel. Now we'll pop them back up, and I got to put my little flower centers in. So we will do a light yellow one. Kind of a, I think this is flamingo. We'll put it right there. And I'm going to do a blue one in the middle of that one. And I'm not going to do anything on the one on the inside because I don't want it to get squished and easy to pop off. So that's not necessary anyway. So here we have our two amazingly simple pop-up cards. And here is one from last week I did for Mother's Day. I love the little lock on that one, little lock and key. Isn't that cute? That's a new die set. And here is another thing you can make, this little 3D birdhouse treat box. Isn't that cute? So, ladies, I hope that you will look at the Last Chance products. There's lots of things in there, paper, bundles, stamp sets, dies. And some of them are really, really marked down. Really good deal. I hope you'll shop with me. My website will be in the description box, as well as the supplies that I used and the dimensions to cut this out. It's really simple. It's an amazingly simple pop-up card. So thank you for watching, ladies. And please check out my Facebook group. I use it in place of a blog. It's called The Happy Scrapbooker. Actually, it's Diane Tuggle at The Happy Scrapbooker, but it is in the description box, a link for you to look it up, and you have to ask to join, and you can share your ideas there. We have classes. We have lots of videos of people I admire and my videos and tips and ideas, and I'd love to have you there. So check it out, ladies, and if you'll share and like this video, and then if you subscribe, it's absolutely free to subscribe, and it really helps me a lot when you subscribe. I'm getting really close to a goal of 1,000 followers, and I would appreciate your help sharing this. And you have a good day. Thank you.